a while since I've done a WIP and Chat now. Katten! Why is you... Why? Oh, sorry about that. She seems to have decided that she wanted to jump on the table very excitedly. I see I have a bit of a glare on the canvas, so you can see if I can redirect. Because it is from my light and I wanted some light to... Well, sorry, I see it seems that... What if I... Oh, it will be glare. Yeah, sorry. How bad is it without? Pretty bad. Katten, det där är en lampa. Sorry, I'm telling my cat that it's a lamp. It's a light source. She doesn't have to play with it because I'm moving it around. Let's see if I can get it. Well, closer doesn't matter. Far away doesn't really help either. There. Well, I don't have any light if I have it like that, but no, I'm sorry. I guess we have to have some glare. Let's see. I'm gonna start with the color. I need to fix some tape for the stickers. Don't really want to stick on the jars. I have lost number 1, but as luck will have it, number 1 is number 1, so that's quite easy for me to remember what jar it is. Let's just grab number 4. We have a lot of 4s. Katten! Sorry, she's eating at the cord on the... Sometimes she's very much a kitten, even though she's 1 year old. I really wish I could get her to stop. Katten! Sluta du med det där! You're gonna give me grey hair before I'm 30. Sorry. Hopefully she got the message this time that I don't want her to bite on the cord for the light. I mean, it's a new bought light, so... where was I? Number 4, that's right. 27... Nej, katten! Sorry, she didn't understand at all. She just thought if she could be sneaky, I would have noticed it. Yeah, so I watched DP Crazy Lady's video for a while back with the cat shelf, and yeah, that was a very moving video. Made me think a lot about my cats and the cats that isn't with me anymore. And I felt like this was a perfect way to honoring the memory of your pet, of your family members. And just like I think it was Granny who said that every one of those books contained her memories, and I love that description as well. I think it's true, and we never forget our family members, our fur babies who passes away. I had a sibling couple from the same, I guess you call it a litter. 2 beautiful black cats. We got them when I was 7. And my mom let me and my sister name them, and we, being children, we chose the Swedish variant of the names Minnie and Daisy, and mom said she would think about it, but that it was a good suggestion, and they got the names. And Daisy, or Kajsa, som vi kallar det, as it is in Swedish. I'm gonna put in the letters here, Kajsa. She lived until she was 12 years old, and it wasn't until the reason why she had to cross the rainbow bridge was we were gonna what do you call it, spay her, because she had been eating the like a pill to not she couldn't get couldn't get pregnant. They were very easy to feed the pill, and we had never any issues. But when they got in, since they were seniors, being 12 years old, they did a lot of testing and blood work and weighing, and everything in the test looks all right. They said they seem to be two healthy 12-year-old cats, seniors. But when she was on the operating table and they were prepared to, and they had to open her up to take out the ovaries, they found a cancer in her abdomen. It was about the size of a chicken egg and had spread a lot, and so they paused the operation, called my parents, and like, what do you want us to do? We could remove it. It could give her a bit of time, but this one, like, this will kill her, this cancer. And my parents made the decision to let her continue to sleep and to not do the operation, to let her pass the rainbow bridge before she was in pain, before she got sick and all of that. And now in hindsight we did notice some, what do you call it, signs that it was something about her stomach that was bothering her. So and at the time I was quite angry at my mother. I didn't understand why they didn't, but I do understand. She was uninsured, 12 years old, which is quite old for a cat, and the vet said that she would only have a few months to live, and by the end she could be in very much pain, and that's the last things we want for our fur babies, to be in pain. So I understand the decision more now. Her sister got home, and in the beginning she was very confused where Kajsa was, and she got very lonely, and you notice like she didn't like being a only cat. So after a while, after a grieving, my parents looked at a cat shelter for two kittens or one kitty. They didn't know if it wanted one or two, and they found like sibling couple that had been born in the wild and captured with their mom, and they had all that routine with talking with the shelter and then meeting the cats, and they had a very good first time meeting, so they decided to give it a go. And it took about a month, I think, until the cats were like comfortable to be released together, and they got along very well. And Mimi, as we called her, or Mimi is the English version, uh, she was a very happy cat again. Uh, and by the end of her life, I had taken her because since my mom got a child, she didn't really accept the child. She was never aggressive or anything, but she did pee in the baby's things and in the bed. And that my mom can't tolerate cats who pee in where they shouldn't. So I, instead of euthanizing her, that they were wanted to do first, because I said, well, it's nothing wrong with her. She's just not happy. So let me take her, and I stand for all the costs. And if she gets sick, I will take her to the vet. I will never let her suffer. It was the promise between us that she did, that I wouldn't do unnecessary procedures and prolong her suffering. So she got home with me, and again, it went well in the beginning. Then you can notice that she didn't like being a only cat. So I got two kitties, and it went well for me as well. And I was a bit worried because she was about, she would be 16, 17, maybe that then. 16, I think. Yeah, it must have been 16 she was. So I was a bit worried because she was older, more tired, and I was like, really, should I get two kittens? But you notice this searching for a friend, or for, like, going around meowing and like looking. And I said, okay, I will try. In worst case, it doesn't go well, but I've rescued two kitties, and it went well. Uh, but by the time she was 20, I noticed that she started having health problems, and I took her to the vet, and they said it was thyroid problems, I guess you called it, and I could give her medicine for it, but or I could do a surgery, but she was uninsured, so I was like, surgery is no options for me, that's too expensive. But I tried the medicine, um, but after a few days with trying the medicine, I noticed she only got worse, and it was with a heavy heart I decided to travel to the the vet again, and let her sleep in. And you could notice that she was ready in a way. She was very tired. She stopped eating her favorite food. She stopped, yeah, all of that. So that was a heavy car ride home, and it still, I still miss her very much, and I wonder a lot, did I do enough? And did I do too little? Or I hope she didn't suffer in the end. But yeah, my parents said I did everything I could and I didn't do too much. So, but yeah, that car ride still makes me sad to think about. But yes, she was about 1 month away from her 21 year birthday, uh, which is very old. So I am happy that I got to spend 20 years with her. And I mean, I'm turning 30, so it's more than half my life with her, and she will always be remembered. we did save her and her sister's ashes to be buried in the yard where my mom lives now. So they stay together. But yeah, so that's the sad part. I'm sorry that I hope nobody gets too sad about the story. Sorry. Oh, sorry. But yeah, then Becky asked me if I had traveled anywhere, and mostly when growing up, we were with my grandparents on my father's side. We did camping with a camper, I guess it's called. You know, you hook up behind the car and drive it around. And as a child, I didn't appreciate it as much as I should, maybe. So I don't have that much memory of the places we were because we were all over different parts of Sweden. And I mean, yeah, now as an adult, I can say that many of the places here are very beautiful. I am not much of a nature person. I mean, I do enjoy mostly sitting at home. But yeah, so we did camping a lot. I didn't go abroad until I was the year I was turning 18. I traveled for the first time, and that was thanks to my school that I went because we had a project where we talked about ways to help people in the society, and the school offered us to travel to Italy for a gathering where different parts of Europe, they came from Spain, Denmark, Italy, France, and some more country. And they offered us, they paid the tickets and the hotel. We only needed to have like if we wanted to buy something we had to bring our own money, and it was only for a few days, I think 3 days, maybe 2 nights, so we didn't have to pack a lot of clothes either. So that was very exciting being in Italy. I remember I bought home some Parmesan cheese for my parents. They love that. So I bought real Italian cheese there as a souvenir gift. Then I have been abroad in, after that, when I studied in a university here, I studied English. And we had 2 weeks. We were in England looking at their school system and all of that. So it wasn't, neither of those travels were a vacation, so to speak. But and then I was over to Switzerland for one night only to watch a culinary school there. But I never decided to go. It was very fancy, very good looking school, but I didn't think that I could, that it was something for me. So, and actually, I don't regret it. I'm happy that I did go and see the school and see Lake Geneva, and was brave enough to for the first time that time to travel all alone to Switzerland. And katten, tack. sorry, he was walking on the desk and had the tail very close to the cord, so I was thinking he would rip it off. But yeah, so that's the 3 times I've been abroad. I have actually, yeah, since I was 17, I worked every summer. I had a summer job every year until last year. Last year I had my first holiday. So I haven't really been able to travel that much. I would love to travel, see the world, experience different cultures, and be there on a holiday, so to speak, and not having to do anything else. Sorry, my nose is very sniffly. There we go. Let's hope that this helps for a bit. But yeah, so I love hearing about other people's travels and stories. Maybe I will succeed saving up some money to travel. I mean, I would love to go to Japan, for instance, and a lot of other places. I have been thinking that I wanted to go to the TwitchCon in the US one day. It does move places. One time it was in San Diego, another time it was somewhere around Boston, I think. Yeah, so it moves around, and it would be fun to go to that. But traveling is expensive, and you need hotels and all of that. Where is F? There. So maybe one day I can have enough money to travel. Here is Katten Snäll. He is very attention seeking right now. You're a pretty boy. If I can. Sorry about the mess. Here he is. Oh, it is. And when you talk with the boy, you get the sister. And right up in the lap. Ow, ow, claws. Ow. I need to trim your claws, lady. And sorry, but you can't be on my lap right now. I am diamond painting. I don't want your fur everywhere. I already get it everywhere. If But yeah, so it's been fun hearing about all your stories, everyone's stories. I wish I had some more I could share. Yeah, well, one thing I do a lot, there is a cruise that goes once a year, or no, two times a year. Katten, that plays yeah, rave type of music that I have a lot of friends that like to go. And in the beginning I didn't understand rave. I didn't like the music in the beginning, but it has grown on me, and I listen to that with sometimes, depending on what I'm feeling to listen. Please, can everybody stop jumping on my desk? You're making the poor people motion sick, giving them motion sickness. Shaking the camera like that. And now I see I've dropped the drill. Sorry about this, everyone. But yeah, so that I do quite a lot. Didn't this year because it was in the middle of the week, and I didn't really have the funds for it because of the move. But hopefully I can go next time. What are you biting on? Kisen, nephews. Yeah, that's right. I have an update on her as well. She's eating dead leaves. But yeah, I had the vet visit yesterday, and it's the last one that I have to do. If I do want to do a checkup, I can do it in a month and a half, but they don't see any need that I have to book it. And it's almost completely healed, and she has no restriction on her movement. So that's very happy news. Katten, do you have to eat the dead leaves? Well. I mean, I do give her food. You wouldn't believe it when you go into the kitchen and when they want something. You would think I would have left them starved. And yeah, so. And wow, Granny, your painting looks amazing. And congratulations on being finished. Yeah, so my goal for today is to continue moving stuff. It does rain quite a lot, but well, if I'm gonna wait for the weather, I might never be done, so I'm just gonna do it. And hopefully everything goes well. And yeah, next week is my last vacation week, and then it's back to work. It will feel very strange being back to work after this long time away. But it will be nice to get back some of the monthly payments that I get for working night. When you have a vacation, you only get 80% of your salary, but every this uncomfortable hour bonus that we get, you don't get any of that. So you only get like 80% of the remaining payment. So when you do have a vacation and if you're working night shift, you do feel it in the wallet. It is substantial. It is very much less. Unfortunately, I won't notice it until next month because the uncomfortable bonus is 1 month ahead. So the one from June comes in July, and the one I should have gotten in July would have come in August. So the August month is the month I will get much less pay. But it is what it is. That's the downside with working night shift, and but I wouldn't want to work day shift. I am a night owl. I enjoy being up late and sleep in. Um, it yeah, makes me feel better to do it like that. Yeah, but I see on the recording that I'm at the 30-minute mark, so I will pour this back and I will let you all go, and I will see you all in my next whip and chat. Sorry about all the shaky camera and the cats running about, but I see you all later. Bye bye.